Daily English, American textbook way. Social Studies Grade 4, Lesson 11. Let's go. Hello everyone, welcome to lessons today. I'm Brian Start, and in this lessons we're going to be learning about Lesson 11, Making Money Choices. You will discover how to make plans to spend money and the difference between needs and wants. Well, let's see what is our lessons about, and let's start our lessons. Okay, well, let's get started. As usual, we'll start with our vocabulary words. It's plan. It's very important to plan ahead, to make a plan. To plan, in this case, you can use this as a verb, by the way. It's more commonly used as a verb. It can also be used as a noun for formal situations. Plans means to think about and decide what you will do. Let's plan some things for the weekend. Let's plan for our futures. Do you have any plans for tomorrow's? That's a noun. But to plan means just to think about ahead of time and to make decisions before the events occurred, so that you have a good idea and you kind of control the futures. That's the whole idea behind this planning words. Okay, our next word here is predict. Predict is to think about or to guess about what will or might happen in the futures. So you predict, you think about it. It's very, very easy to predict things that are going to happen tomorrow or next week. It's more difficult to predict. It's more difficult to predict things that will happen next years. Of course, we should think, okay, what's going to happen tomorrow? I have a test, right? So I can predict when the tests are going to be bad. I have a test, right? So plan ahead to study it, right? And in the morning tomorrow, then you'll be prepared for the test. You are predicting. You have to predict about what will happen today. You know what will happen, and you have to prepare for all of that. You have to predict the futures, right? The next word here I have is give up. Now, give up is actually a good thing to have. Sometimes you have to give up things. You have to make good choices. You might want or you might like to do something, but it might be bad for you or it might be a bad choice. So give up means to stop doing some things. Examples here, of course, we have junk food and we have healthy foods. If you like to eat a lot of junk food at some point, you're gonna have to say, okay, I have to give up to the junk food. Stop eating junk foods. That's to give it up and eat healthier foods. Like bananas, apples, oranges, of course. Pancakes here and hamburgers, right? They're not good to eat. Don't eat too much. So give up maybe a little bit, but don't eat all the times, okay? The next word here I have is a shopper. A shop, or we formed our words here. A shopper is a person who shops, right? But it's a person who buys things from the shop. They are called shoppers. They will buy things from those shops. Well, we are all shoppers, right? Even if we sell products, we still are shoppers. Because not just our products can be lived with. We need to have our products too. Well, we are always shoppers, okay? And next word, you have a choice. If I want that, if I want that, you have to make a decision about choices, right? Which one will we use? Which one would we choose? Like maybe in the shop, you have 20 brands of milks, right? You don't know what to buy. You need to have different choices about what's going to happen, right? Well, remember, choice. Okay, and next word here is scared. Scared is not enough or rare, right? If it's scared and enough is not, right? Like this man, he's scared, right? Of money. He doesn't have any money. He's scared of it. He doesn't have enough money. He just have 2 pennies, right? So they're very rare. What about gold? Yes, that's the scared thing. And sometimes money can also be scared for somebody's, right? We'll have to earn it and be careful about spending it. Otherwise, as you can see, this man, he just have 2 pennies left. So money is scared for this person. Okay, the next word. Here's figure out. Are you gonna figure things out? I'm sure you are. Figure out means be able to understand something. So if you're reading a book, maybe it's a book about math or science or something like that, and you read it and you understand it. You know, you may have read it a couple of times, but then I understand if you figure it out right, it might be a puzzle. It might be difficult to understand at first. But if you read it a few times, you listen to explanation given by the teacher, or you go on the internet and you read more about it, you say, okay, I've figured out. I understand now. Okay? Okay, well, let's look at our chart here. Money planning. Okay, well, how can you plan for those money? First, you need to plan very carefully, and you need to figure out how to use those monies, right? Well, those when you're doing something, so you're planning for them, right? You are having a budget. Do you know how that works, right? Let me open the board. Yeah. This is how it works. Budget. There you go. Budget. Pretty, um, pretty bad handwriting. Sorry. Okay. Well, when you are having those budgets, you need to think very carefully, such as you will have a board. Figuring out, right? This is the gas money, and it's $20, maybe $20, and then the water money is $35, right? What you need to spend on, maybe you need to spend on your vacations. If you think about vacations here, your budget this year is $100, right? And your gas money theirs is all. And then your house rent is nearly 40. It's nearly $30. Well, how much money do you have left? Think. You would have. Now here we have spent 85. Well, we just have $15 left. What we can do? Are we going to have any vacations? No. Right? Because just $15. Then we use them to spend on foods and drinks. Right? Food and drinks. Okay? That's a pretty ugly chart. Well, I bet you have listened and see what is a budget before, right? Maybe you should have a budget. You need to think carefully about what you're spending on. That's a budget. Well, why do you plan those? Because you need to make money choices about needs and wants. What are needs and wants? Needs and wants are things such as foods, right? Foods. Or maybe drinks. Yes, that's right. Also very important. And then clothes. Of course. Next is shelter or maybe your house. House rent, right? Maybe if you're an adult and you don't have money, you need to have a house rent, right? House rent, I just write house. Okay. Well, those are wants. Those are needs. Needs are very important things that you need to have to live, right? They're very important. If you don't have them, you can't survive. What about wants? Wants are things such as toys, then, you know, um, maybe games. Games is also toys, but I say games. There are things that we don't need to have, right? If we don't have it, we can still survive, right? It is a bad things that our cell phones is also or wants. But you know what? Need is much more important, right? Okay? Okay, well, that's how we plan to have money. No, plan to spend money. Okay, well, we're going to be talking about needs and wants here. Well, first is needs. Need the thing what we must have to live. Clothing, shelters, food, and waters are needs. Next is wants. Wants are things we want to have. We don't need these things to live. Well, now I have a proverbs for you. Let me use those shapes. It will be prettier to use those, right? First is fruit and drinks. Of course, you need fruit and drinks, but I don't know. This is your decisions. Let me see. I'll put something out here, such as rice. I don't know. That's food and drinks. Okay. Well, I wanna ask. These are food and drinks. Are they important? Are they wants? Are they needs? No, they're wants because they're junk food and we don't eat them to survive, right? What about if I have here a plate of fish? There you go. Well, are they important? Yes, we eat them every day so that we can survive. We can be healthy. Well, not all kinds of food and drinks are wants, right? They can be needs or wants. Well, remembered. Well, now I'll tell you some subjects. A teddy bear, is it a need or a want? A want. Rice, is it a need or a want? Needs. Vegetable, needs or wants? Needs. Well, I want you to think carefully about what you're spending on. Remember, needs are very important. Save your money for the needs. And if you have much more money, right? Maybe you can spend on some wants, but remember, don't spend too much. If you can, then it is a better idea that you put it inside your piggy bank, right? That'll be better. Well, now let's do some budget exercise. I don't want to make you to be hard, right? But this is important skills that you need to have in your life. Yes, I'm thinking about in very far times, right? Maybe 10 or 11 years more, you would need to be looking at those skills again. Okay, well, here, let me draw up budget chart. There you go. This is my chart. It's a little bit ugly, I think, but just think. Not too ugly. Maybe. Okay. I would have the total amount is what you think? Maybe $15? I don't know. Just think. There. I would just write the amount of money. Well, sorry if I don't write the names of them. There you go. I have 6 objects. Now, here our budget is five hundred thousands Vietnamese dong. Okay? Vietnamese dong, right? Not dollars, right? well, we will be rich if we have those much dollars. Okay, just things like that. There you go. Well, let's see. First is our money that we have the taxes, right? Such as water taxes and gas taxes. Together, they are 100,000 Vietnamese dollars. I'll just write the numbers. Okay. Well, next is our food. Our food is totally $300. Alright, too expensive? In my house, it's not expensive. Each time my daughter goes into the supermarket, she needs to spend even $500,000. Vietnamese dong, not dollars. But just think like that, because we're just having 500. We're not having nearly 1 million. Okay, there you go. Well, now we're going to spend on some extra things. Those are extras, right? Just extras. No, they can be neat or wants. We'll look clearly. First are clothes. Clothes for Ted, right? We need to have those. For the clothes here, totally the amount of them are, just think, it is 18. Yeah, well, our total amount here, it's now 400. Now we just have 20,000 Vietnamese dongs left. What can we buy? Nothing. No, we can't. Now let's see here. I have a candy bar that cost 10 Vietnamese dongs. Up gift of bubble gums, and there are 15 Vietnamese dongs. 15,000 Vietnamese dongs, right? And we have some fruits that cost 20 Vietnamese dongs. Now, what do we need to buy? Candy bars, candy that costs just $10, just 10, right? We would have some money left over. And some bubble gums, there are 15s. But the most bigger is 20. They're the fruits, okay? Well, think, what is the most important? If we spend those two, right? They would have a bigger amount that we can have more money to save, right? We can save much more money, right? But if we're having those fruits, they are neat. They're very important. Well, I think in this time, I would choose those fruits. What about you? Do you think that you choose those vegetables, those candies, right? Because maybe you can have more monies in your piggy banks, or if you want to choose fruits like me, please tell me. Okay, well, today we're practicing how to spend on budgets, how to plan on budgets, and even how to think about needs and wants. Well, if the next time you and your mother goes to the supermarket, if you want some things, just let your mom eat to buy needs first. Then if she has money left, ask her. But maybe that thing is not important. Just put it away. Maybe you'll need something better, such as fruits, or maybe both need clothes or your uniforms, or just things like that. Remember it. Things about the money, because those money are very hard to be made.